The FTC, the SEC, the AG, oh my. Why the network marketing BizOp industry will always get targeted by regulatory agencies. I'm hearing my nieces and nephews in Flagstaff, Arizona. I don't know, let me see if I can flip this around here real quick. But if you can see outside, this is what I'm looking at right now. It's a pretty awesome view. I get to see the snow-covered mountains here in Flagstaff, Arizona. What I'm gonna talk about is what leaders and business owners need to implement now in order to preserve the space. Warning, this is for network marketers, but it's relevant for nearly every type of business out there, so stick with me. Now, look, I'm in a rocking chair, so it's story time with Greg. Listen up, whippersnapper. This may save your tail if the FTC shuts you down for your company for being a pyramid scheme. And before you say, well, that would never happen to my company, we're good. Ask reps in Vima and Advocare if they expected their companies to get shut down. They didn't, so listen up. It's not what you can get away with saying, it's what the prospect understands that matters. So if you didn't know it by now, I've run and trained sales teams in phone rooms for over 2 decades.
Coffee's for closes.
And when I first got started as a green-eared sales noob, I was given some advice that really served me better than any other. Pretend that every conversation was being recorded and being played back to you on the witness stand. If you can't defend yourself, don't say it. It is good advice, but it's incomplete. When I had this focus in sales, I could be honest, but just vague enough to spin my offer in a better light to get more sales, but if it ever hits the fan, my butt's covered. The challenge with this, though, is that sales reps will say what they need to by law, but prospects can leave the call thinking and expecting something different. What's worse, though, is after a few days, when they've completely forgotten about you and your phone conversation, when they get their materials, it's going to be very different than what they were expecting. And the difference between what they expected and what they actually received, that makes them furious and disappointed. And what do angry consumers do? Who do they call when they feel cheated? The big boys, the 3-letter agencies, right? You got it. Old man Greg, what does this have to do with the network marketing space and the BizOp space? Well, as long as I've been in sales, I've been in and around the BizOp space and network marketing. But as phone rooms and sales processes have evolved, these spaces have done almost nothing to progress past the my upline makes a lot of money and you can too.
12 in the morning, pop shells.
Or if you're in an online system, no phone calls. It's easy internet millions. Pretty soon you'll be on the beaches getting sand in your laptop because everyone doesn't take their laptops to the beach. It's stupid. I don't know about you, but I know that there isn't a single person that I've ever met in either space that didn't work their tail off, that didn't face a mountain of challenges and setbacks along the way. So my point is, the regulatory agencies have made it abundantly clear that if you practice this type of marketing, you're going to get pinched. As a marketer, as a business owner, it's time to start focusing on what's being understood by our prospects, not just what we can get away with. And if you don't believe me, go ask Vima, go ask Advocare, how that all worked out for them. Companies, in my opinion, that were doing above board jobs, but they still got pinched because the FTC is done with that type of thing. Now, won't this cost us sales? That's a big common objection I hear all the time. No, in fact, if you do it right, you're actually going to filter out a lot of the tire kickers and the people that aren't really committed to doing what it takes to be successful. And after all, who do we want on our downlines? Do we just want people that are going to be transients, or do we want people that are going to stick around and help us grow? Well, we create the type of people we bring on into our businesses, both consumers as well as business builders. And the reason they're flaky is because we're giving them flaky messages. You'll find that when you do it this way, you'll not only get to keep more of the business you generate, but you'll actually write more business because you're attracting the right type of prospect in the first place who is genuinely looking for good, solid content and good ways to get it done. There are a lot of people out there not afraid to do the work. There are a lot of people out there afraid to do the work and not get the result. That's your job. That's where you come in. So I want to give a special shout out to my boy, Jason Hornick. Thanks, Jason, for inspiring this. He did a post where he called out one of the biggest online marketing training groups out there right now. It's not just true in the online marketing space. If we don't start correcting this now, we're literally just going to see more and more good companies getting pinched and shut down. You got to think, how is my company protecting itself against the FTC, false claims, bad advertising, and all that stuff around? So I'd love your comments. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this. Some time with Old Man Greg.
Get off my lawn.
If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. Talk to you soon.